The prince and his wife. We want privacy. We want privacy.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry being lampooned, criticized, parodied, whatever you want to call it, by the cartoon show South Park. Now, there's all kind of reports about this. I'm hearing reports saying they're going to sue South Park over their portrayal because it was deeply offensive and hurtful. And I'm seeing reports that they were just upset. They were really mad about it. They didn't like it. They don't want it to be on the air. I'm hearing all kind of things. We'll get to their reaction or lack thereof in a minute. But first, let's get into the clip. Of course, this is South Park, so I can't really play the video in full. It'd be like a slideshow type thing with the full audio. But if you want to see the full video, please check out the link in the description. If you're on IG, please go to the link in the bio and go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Toronto, it's good morning, Canada. It has been several months now since our beloved Queen has died. All Canadians are finding it hard to go on. All Canadians, that is, except for our first guest, the Prince and his wife.
This is. Do you see their signs right here? This is hilarious. You got Harry with the fire truck red hair. His sign says, "We want our privacy." Meghan Markle says, "Stop looking at us," but they're on television.
We want privacy. We want privacy. Thanks for having us on the show. It's so awesome to be here. It's great. So let me start with you, sir. You've lived a life with the royal family. You've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Where? Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I are totally like, you should write a book because your family like stupid, and then so are like journalists.
The voices here are hilarious. I don't know who had the decision just to have it be like one person. It appears like voicing is like the same voice, but that's hilarious. And then the inflections and intonations, really good.
So you hate journalists. That's right. And now you wrote a book that reports on the lives of the royal family. Right. So you're a journalist.
Right.
We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard. Isn't it true, sir, that your questionable wife has her own TV show and hangs out with celebrities and does fashion magazines? What are you suggesting? Well, I just think some people might say that your Instagram-loving wife actually doesn't want her privacy. How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving has always wanted her privacy. And you know what else? To hell with Canada. We are leaving. We'll go find some quiet place where we can be normal people. Come on, wife. We want privacy. We want privacy.
That is exactly how I feel. Exactly how I feel. It's like, yo, like, especially with Meghan Markle. Because it's like, okay, Meghan, you come into the royal family. You coming into the Kingdom of Great Britain, where they've been around for, I don't know how many thousands of years. I'm exaggerating, obviously. But they've been around for a very long time. You kind of know what it is when you go into it. And you're going to be the first black, I guess you would say, quote unquote, royal. You know, it's going to be some issues there. And you being an American, you already been divorced. You older than he is. I mean, come on. You knew there was going to be some issues there. Now, I'm not saying that everything that was said or done was right. No, but come on. You got to understand what you're doing. If you want to run for the president, for example, I'm not trying to compare them to being the president of the USA. But if you want to run for president, you got to understand they're going to dig into your background with a fine-tooth comb, okay? If you cut class in the third grade, they're going to find out about it. That's just what it is. Now, if you're going to flip burgers for a living, is that fair to dig into your background like that and put it on the internet and make a big story out of it? No, who cares what you did in the third grade? Don't nobody, man, unless you done pulled a gun in school and did something crazy. But beyond that, who cares? But if you're going to be the president, then it does matter. If you're going to be Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duchess and Ducks or whatever their titles are, if you got that going on, it's going to be a heightened level of scrutiny on you, on your life, those around you. That's just what it is. So you know what you're going, you know what you got yourself into it when you went into it. So I don't want to hear all this crying and stuff. And then you're on Instagram posting pictures. You're all on television. You're doing Oprah. I mean, the biggest, I would say, maybe cry for attention, or the biggest red flag that you want attention is going on Oprah, writing books, going on Oprah. You making money off of this. I think Prince Harry sold like 1,000,001, not 1,000,001, like 1.5 million, right around that, copies of his book in like the first day or the first week. He sold a bunch of copies of that book. He's making a lot of money off of what he's doing right here. All because, hey, I'm being unfairly criticizing the media. It's too much attention on me. I mean, come on. It's kind of phony, and I think people can see through it. And I think that episode of South Park was right on. Now, before I wrap it up, there were some allegations, rumors, whatever you want to call it, that Meghan and Harry, or at least Meghan, were going to sue South Park because they were upset at their portrayal. First, here's one headline. I won't read the article, but I'll place it in the description if you want to read it for yourself. The headline says, Meghan Markle upset after being lampooned in brutal episode of South Park. And the subhead says, royal couple were sent up in the latest episode of adult animated series. Sent up, what's that, some UK slang? I have no idea what that means. Y'all let me know. If you're over in UK, y'all let me know what that UK slang phrase means. I guess it means that they were criticized, joked on, offended. I don't know. But anyway, I digress. So right here, this one says that she's upset, and there's more just about her being upset in the article. But here's another article that says, no, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are not suing over a South Park episode. It's all nonsense. A spokesperson for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex sets record straight. And then in this right here, they said, oh, the reporting is boring and it's nonsensical, all this and that and the third. Okay, so that's what they're saying. They're probably not going to sue. How are you going to sue for a parody of you? That's probably not going to be possible at all. And if you do sue, all it does is bring more attention to you. And that kind of goes, see, there you go. We want our privacy. Look at us. That's the exact same thing that's going on right here. So they probably were upset, but I don't think they were going to be able to sue. And ultimately, it was a good episode or a good clip that I saw. I've not seen the entire episode that came from. So shout out to South Park. They've also done one about the trans bathroom issue. It was brilliant. I'll link that in the box below as well. You got to love comedy. As I close for this time, you got to love comedy because it's one of the last bastions of truth telling. You got to be able to get the truth out through parody and comedy, because if you just tell it normally, they want to say, oh, well, he's a conspiracy theorist, tinfoil hat wearer, don't listen to him, misinformation. But no, check it out. I'm not giving the news. I'm just providing comedy, tap dancing. That's what I'm doing. So don't pay me any mind. But at a certain point, if you have a brain in your head, you're going to realize that what I'm saying is true. I can make a joke about water being wet or the sky being blue when it's daytime and no clouds outside, or the sun being hot. I can make a joke about that, but the facts that I said in the joke aren't any less true. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about the episode of South Park, or at least that clip featuring Meghan Markle and Prince Harry? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. How do you feel about comedy in the state of comedy? And I think they're trying to attack it because people know that a lot of truth gets told through comedy. That's why they want to attack it. That's why everything's offensive. Oh, you can't joke about this. You can't joke about that. What they really want to say is you can't tell any kind of jokes because that's an avenue to transmit information that would not normally be permitted. That's what I think is going on. So shout out to South Park for keeping the tradition of comedy alive. And hopefully they don't stop anytime soon. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.